Yeah? Don't what? I'm not walking that close to people.
Come closer and leave space behind, please, for the other people to go through. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the town, and here is considered as the port area. If it was not that wavy, you would be able to see through the water even it is night. And that shows that even it's a harbor area, it's extremely clear. Here the area is full of sea urchins. So sea urchins we also eat with the Greeks, but sea urchins they can survive only if it is 100% clear water. Okay, otherwise they cannot stay alive. So being here proves that even it's a port area, it's extremely clean. Now, the island is famous for something that they call it sun-dry octopus. Have you ever heard about it? When you catch the octopus in rocky areas, the tradition is when you have the octopus, you catch the octopus, you hit it on the rocks at least 100 times. This is how you make the meat soft. They, of course, they don't do that. They have special machines, and they put them in, and they make them soft. And then they hang it under the sun, gets dry, and then they grilled it, and they serve it with lemon and olive oil or different sauces. The Greek mothers, because of the procedure to make the meat of the octopus soft, they have an expression. When we hear this expression, the kids, we know that we did something and we make them really upset. And when we hear this expression, which actually is only threat, we know to stay away from them for a couple of hours until they forget. So when they tell us, if I catch you in my hands, I'll hit you like an octopus, we know that they're really upset. Okay, so don't make me say this to you in the cruise. Okay, another thing that it is famous, the island, it is the Lusa. Lusa, it's like the Italian prosciutto, but they call it the Mykonos prosciutto. It's made from the back of the neck of the pork, and they fill it with herbs, and they leave it to dry for 30 days. And then they have a very fine slice, and they serve it like exported certain dishes. And another thing they have, and it is quite famous here at the island, it is the kopanisti cheese, which is salty cheese, okay, and it's local. And also here at the island, you eat the fish. In Greece, when you go to eat fish, you go, before you order it, usually you want to see, when you go to buy fish, let's say, you see the fish. And we pay attention to the eyes and to the spine, because that's the parts that they saw if something is fresh or not. When you go to a restaurant and you order to eat fish, which can be, especially if it is a big fish like sea bass, sea bream, red snapper, when they grilled it for you, they will bring it to you with the head. In Greece, if they don't bring the head with the fish, it's something is wrong. Okay, I know you don't like this idea, you're not used. So you can ask the waiters when they clean it for you to throw it away. But don't miss the chance to ask the chicks. The chicks is a tiny piece of meze, of meat, which is exactly the same like the body of the fish. But the taste is amazing. It's like you take the sea in your mouth. So don't miss that before you throw away the head. Okay? Now, we're gonna walk slowly along the water until the entrance of the town, where the shops. There we're gonna have a little regathering. And after there, ladies, starts the temptation. Do you know what means temptation? Shops. I will ask you, please, to wait to finish our walking together, and then you do whatever you like. I think it's fair like this. Because other people you want shopping, other you want to eat, other you just want to walk around, and others you just want to return back. Okay? So we finish the walking together. Is it okay? So we walk along the water until the entrance where you see the lights. Let's go. And watch your steps. The kids they don't like. When you grow up, you like. And it's like you get a more, your taste becomes more elegant. The kids usually they don't like this much of the taste. But when they grow up, when they start learning to taste things, they love it. Watch your steps.
So what do you guys want to do?
Walk around a little bit. I think we're gonna go back to the ship.
Okay.
Walk around a little bit. Walk around. Well, about an hour or so. Yeah, because dinner's not going to be ready anyway. Yeah. Are you talking about the sit-down dinner? Yeah, we'll have to finish and walking out for an hour. So it starts at 5:30, the dinner. It starts at 7:30. I thought it was 5:30. We're talking about
Watch out for the car.
I thought it was close to time. easy to decide what color to paint your house. Right?
You have no choice here. It's all
Yeah.
white.
Yep. White paint would do a killing.
Wait for the rest of us. Where you see the statue? Wait for the rest of our group. Where you see?
Where the statue is. Right. Windy.
Put your hood on. Not warm.
Remember, on the maps I gave you, I highlighted Mykonos there. So, this is the place that everybody knows in case you don't. What I want you to be careful. When you approach this part, you don't go straight, because you will end up inside in the water. Except if you can walk to the water. Otherwise, you need, when you see the bust, you turn a little bit right and then immediately left. And then you follow the waterfront and you end up in the bus. Is it clear? Is it easy?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's go. We're gonna walk, and where you will see a marble desk,
Walter.
also show you where I will have a glass of wine after I eat to enjoy my Wi-Fi.
She set up to a marble desk where we're going to stop again. I assume it's a marble square.
Nice one.
So everybody, this is what we call banca. Banca is the place where the fishermen early mornings they will bring their fresh fish. And if you want to buy fresh fish, you cook at home. This is where you buy. You buy by kilo, and it's not clean. If you want to have it clean, you need to give them some extra money, and they will clean it for you. There is the mayor house. Sorry, there is the mayor house, and this is one of the channels. Okay? There. Mayor house, where you see the flag. Under the arches, it used to be the headquarters of Mando. Mando was the very first woman captain. In 1821, she was a woman that she was extremely educated. She was able to speak 5 languages. And she started sending letters to the other European countries in order to inform them about the struggle of the Greeks against the Ottomans. She gave all the money, all her jewelry, and she became the very first woman captain. And the Greek government, of course, in order to honor her, they named the square of the island Mando Square. But here also it was her headquarters. Okay? So we're going to enter the real narrow stages. If you feel like you want to go back, anytime do. Okay, John, I'm not going to look for you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Remember when I was talking to you about the houses? That they separate to the broad houses and the narrow houses?
Or the last one, yeah.
I want you to allow your imagination to go 60, 70 years behind. So it was no lights, no signs of bars, cafes and restaurants, and every entrance it used to host a family. And at these days, the families, they were not one child or two. It was 8, 10, 12 even, as the people, they didn't have television. Yes, they had other things to do. So at the old days also, the income at the island, it was not the tourism. It was fishing and sailing. So many of the men here at the island, they used to be fishermen and captains. And they used to be away from home. The women, the daughters, the mothers, the yayas, you know yaya? Grandmothers, they used to be sitting outside at the living room.
This is the living room?
Yes, making their embroideries, preparing the food, but at the same time, all the kids here playing. Also, it was no noise, noise. So they could hear everything happen and they could see everything. So they could hear your husband sneezing up there. They could hear your kids fighting. They could see you what time you exit your house to go for shopping, what time you came back, what you carry to cook, what time you start the cooking, what time somebody came to visit you, what time this person left your house. So yayas, they used to consider as the BBC press of the time, as they had all the information. And these little narrow streets, we used to call them gossiping streets, as everybody knew everything. Everybody who owns property in a house, there is responsible to whitewash his house twice a year, once in Easter and once in Christmas. And also they whitewash the streets. At the old days they used to do that because there were no lights. So the white was reflecting the moonlight and it was easy to walk. The houses they used to whitewash them because this lime is protecting the house from the different virus and vaccine and different bacteria. So it was for hygienic reasons. Today is a law. It's for protection general for the beauty. And at the old days they used to do like this. And I don't know if you know this during your land tour, you saw many times probably trees and their bodies were lime washed white. Because this white protects the trees from the different bugs. Okay. Now, you also can see here from this side, what's your head here, tall man, how close are the balconies to its house and how narrow are the streets. And from now on, you will find out that there are no parallel streets. The reason for that was because at the island, they had attacks from pirates. So when they had the information and they could see the pirates coming from far away, they could run through the little narrow streets and disappear to the hills. And many times they used to jump from balcony to balcony to get away, or even walk in the flat roofs, and jump roof to roof. Like parkour. Do you know parkour? Yeah, man, it's so on stage you have it where the kids they go from the stairs, the balconies, they don't walk on the street, they jump from building to building or whatever. So they used to do parkour at these days, but they didn't call it parkour, it was running away from the pirates. It was different name. So from here now we will continue our walking from this side until we pass the churches and we get to the cathedral. And then we will go to the little Venice area and the windows. Do I talk too much?
No. We know where it is.
Oh, that's you. You like me? I do. I said I think you like me. I do. I love you. Oh, look at how pretty.
And here the little restaurant, they have neighbors outside. So you can imagine how narrow we have to come. Imagine that there are neighbors up here.
Oh, yeah, security, yeah. Trust no one.
That's why.
What are you doing? Oh, taking pictures.
These cool shooters.
Oh, be careful, it's slippery.
All commercial.
Of course.
Be careful, the rocks are slippery.
There's no slides inside. It's
They used to stay together in the country. Oh, okay. So then
Eastern Christianity is
What's in there? Oh, the church.
Did they really sit like that?
This is, they have no pews in the see in there.
It's a church.
they're in the 7-Eleven. Oh no, that's in Japan. Okay.
There's not much from here.
That's the church inside.
Okay, everybody, this is the cathedral. It has services, of course, every Sunday. You can see the heavy decoration inside.
Oops, sorry.
And our churches, you know, they have service every Sunday morning. Our priests, they are allowed to get married and divorce. The people were also allowed to get married and divorced 3 times. Yes, in the church, Orthodox, yes. So it's very privileged. But most of the men, of course, they're not happy to have 3 weddings and 3 divorces because it means they have 3 mothers-in-law. So they don't follow that. They prefer to stay with 1 wife. And generally in Greece, not that we don't have divorces, of course, but still we do without that. Now, another thing for the Greeks, it is that we baptize between 6 months up to 2 years old. And the first thing happens to us is that we receive the Holy Communion. When you're a baby, immediately after the baptize, they offer you the Holy Communion. And the Greek Holy Communion, it is sweet wine with some bread. So the babies, the moment you give in their mouth with a spoon a tiny drop of the sweet wine with a little bread, you see them, they are like, they want more because it's sweet and they love it. The parents, they have to get the kids 3 Sundays on their own and offer them the Holy Communion. And then they follow the procedure. But this is the way. During our baptize, this is the moment we receive the first gold cross. This is a tradition from the godparents, and our name according to the Holy Book. because we take our names according to the different sense. And in Greece we celebrate mainly our name days, not our birthdays. And the name days are announced at the calendar. The birthdays, we celebrate them because we copy you. It's not a Greek tradition, but it was a great excuse for a second present. So we adopt the idea. Let's go further down. And I see we have some people, yes. I was ready to say, I see some people that they don't belong to our group. But see, they follow. Okay, everybody. As you realize, we came again at the water. There are the babies, and there are the little babies. Out of the little babies, they face the water. It's quite dark, only where the light you can get the idea how it is. Correct? Now, from now on, you do whatever you like. An easy way to find your way back, left shoulder follows the water. If left shoulder follows the water, you find your way back. Otherwise, if you cannot do that, you ask where is Mykonos Square. Everybody speaks English.